Today I thought I would share a video about a single page book. So Leah doesn't actually use this book, but on the back of the video I made for Jenny Trott the other day, I thought people might be interested to see how to navigate around a single opening page book. So there's lots of similarities between the books. The colours and the categories are all the same. And if you go to more to see, I think it's, if you go to opinion, you'll see that the kind of beginning to build up the sentences are all on the A pages, and it's more the nouns that are towards the end and the other pages. Also, navigation is just as important within the single page books. As you can see, there are navigational side panels at the end. It's very important that we model how to navigate around the book. There are also some repair strategies as well. Oops, and if you go to 7, so there's an oops button for when you make a mistake, which will happen. And there's also, it's not in my book, I'll give you a hint. So just some repair strategies there to try and keep the conversation going as well for when your communicators have moved on a little. So let's go back to page 1. So one of the main differences is that you can see some of the buttons have got little numbers up at the top, and to navigate round, when you get one with a little button, you should go to that page. So in this one you would go to 2, and this one you would go to 7, which is categories. So these first 2 pages are the chat pages. You just find lots of kind of quick phrases or things that you can point to just generally throughout the day, even throw them into conversation. So there's things like look and oh. If you turn the page, there's some more over here. Buzz off tends to be a particular favourite with children. So there's just lots of things that you can say throughout the day. And really, if you're starting off, you only really need to dip into these for the first couple of weeks so you can get a feel of it before you need to dive right into the whole book. So if you go back, more to say is probably the most commonly used button in the book, because you would go here and go more to say, and as you can see here, you've got lots of branch starters, and they usually set the scene for the communication that's going to follow. And when you've got an early communicator, that can be really important. It means that they're more likely to be understood, and you're more likely to be able to expand the conversation and talk to them more. So as you can see, quite a lot of them then go on to number 7, which is categories. But if you already know that, I'm telling you something which is a real thing that's happened, telling a story which isn't real, or that you're pretending, you're remembering, or you've got a secret. So you can see the context of those would be quite different, even though the conversation that follows would be the same. So that's why this page 2, the branch starters, is actually really important. So let's go in to see categories. So categories here. So the categories are really similar in all of the books, and if you turn the page you can see there's lots of different ones, and you can add some more. If you had more, you've always got an alphabet page in all the PODD books as well. So let's go back to 7A. So if you were going somewhere like activities, for example, you can see here that there's lots of different things that it relates to. And if you go to the kind of later on ones, so page 29, for example. So that is a book, and these are kind of just like single page language displays almost, and they've got lots of vocabulary there that you can just talk about whilst you're doing your book. So you could be, turning the page, or that's the end, or let's act it out. And there's lots of vocabulary, and these are the same for quite a lot of them. You can see there's a drawing one, a painting one, Play-Doh. So there's lots of kind of activity based things at the end, which are really nice just to get a little bit of context at the end. Also here you'll see that there is a list. So this is just a trial book So it's not been personalised at all and it doesn't have any lists in it. But the lists generally would be on this blank page here, and it's a list, and then you would just write any of the extra vocab that you needed within there, and then generally they would be read out and the person could choose, because they would tend to just be written within the lists. So that is a quick, very quick whistle-stop tour of the single page PODD books. They go down to a 9. This is the largest one at a 20, and I hope that's made sense to you.